All right, so we are live. Hopefully off something that's not too laggy. This is the first time I've done it through my phone, so let's see if it actually is decent and it works. I haven't done this through my phone ever, so this is gonna be the first time we check this out. Yeah, guys. So if you're here, I don't know what happened on my computer. Things suck on my computer right now. Seems better. Yeah, it's better because it's my phone. But you know what? Screw it. We got to do it on the phone today. Let's see the Webull morning open. This is the first. This is a new one. We're gonna do the phone through the market open through the bell. First of all, am I allowed to flip the camera? I am. All right, you guys ready? You know the drill. Before we get into the market open, my mom is probably so annoyed at that. Boom! Wake your ass up. Market is open. I appreciate you guys coming on the phone stream. I don't know what's going on my computer today. But there we go. Decent amount of green. There's some red. Now, yesterday and last night was really bad. But the green is still there. Can't believe this. Haha, phone stream. Yeah, it's annoying. Also, I told you yesterday, J. Powell was talking. He always crashes the market. Yeah, and he crashed the market, and it was pretty bad. He crashed the market. But what he said was not crazy to me, because all he said was, hey, 50 basis points, right? And like we kind of knew he was gonna do 50 basis points. It's not like it was some like mystery or anything that the guy was gonna do that. So when he did that, I was kind of just like, okay, that's that's what we expected. 50 basis points. Yesterday was painful. Yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad. I think at the end of the day, the reason he said that as well is because like the Fed is not messing around when trying to get rid of inflation, because they don't want a recession. Like Jay Powell does not want a recession under his belt. He almost had one in 2018, and then they stopped that. They had it during COVID, but no one blames them for that because it was a pandemic. So they really don't want a recession, because a recession is, a recession under your belt sucks. Now, are they going to go Paul Volcker style and like do everything they can to stop it? I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to ultimately see what happens and to see how that turns out. Let's look at the rest of the market and see what I've got. Again, sorry guys, the stream can't be amazing. It's my computer is being so. First of all, my computer didn't even let me stream. Then I had to, for some stupid reason, then I had to switch some settings, and then that kind of didn't work. Thanks for the leg shot. All right, so let's see what I want to get into. First of all, let's go into Palantir. Palantir is getting hit pretty badly. So there's PLTR. Oh, 1240. Okay, that's better than the pre-market. It was 1230 in the pre-market. So there's Palantir, 1246. Nothing too bad. When it had the run up yesterday, I definitely felt like it wasn't, gonna sustain itself at 1320, but that happened. Owen says, make my bed. Owen, I am like a child when it comes to making my bed. But I do make it before I leave. Okay, SoFi. Excuse me, SoFi. This stock, I need a lot of blessings right here. Because this stock, oh my goodness, your mom's gonna be mad. SoFi's under $7, guys. That is insane to me. $7. Palantir Long says, bless you. Appreciate it, Palantir Long. SoFi very well. The question is just how long is it gonna take for it to actually go well? But it's under 7. Hoping to buy more SoFi at 6. Yeah, I'm hoping to get SoFi at 6 or 5 because I feel like it could get there. I am 34 and I still don't make my bed. Tesla's at 1,000. Upstart is under 80. You know, the good thing about streaming on my phone, guys, I can see the comments in real time. And I will be streaming on my phone a lot more in the coming future, so you guys will see. Upstart is at 77. Wow. Owen, I did see your DM on Twitter. I have to respond. I can respond to you right now. Owen, I'm only gonna have you talk if you actually want to do a podcast with your camera that's on, so that we could actually like talk about Upstart. So you need to like actually put your camera on if you want to do it. ARK is at 53, but if you are, maybe Saturday night we could do it. 53 is ARK. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Last person to get out of bed makes the bed, so I wake up early and my wife makes the bed. Makes sense. This is kind of crazy. This is kind of insane. Kind of insane. I'm going here to get a charger so that my phone doesn't die. You guys want to see my room? You guys actually want to see the setup? Hold on, let me show you guys this. It's like a little coffee house in my room. That's kind of cool though, right? It's like a little coffee area. Like this place looks like it's part of a coffee restaurant. It's just in my room. That's the mic for the hand. That's the thing that holds the mic. And then these two screens don't work. Like they don't. I just put them there because I was like, all right, we should put them there. That's Scruffy. You guys have probably seen him. So what I'm thinking of doing is getting a bunch of knickknacks. So like the way you guys see it on the screen, if we point it out here, right? You see how that's the background? It's like it's showing this part of the thing as the background, right? So I want to put a bunch of knickknacks on this thing, and it'll show up kind of blurred in the back. I think it'll look really cool because like I'll be in the frame right there, but the stuff will be in the back. So you guys have already been seeing the teddy bear in the back. Now I want to put a bunch of other stuff there. I'm thinking of getting a sign that says "Amit is legit" in neon and colors and just putting it there. But I want to get a bunch of knickknacks, like cool, fun stuff that's on this like thing, and it'll be dope for like it'll be in the background of every video. Didn't know it was actual brick, though. It was a green screen. No, it's not a green screen. Palantir sign. Yo, that's legit. Palantir sign. All right, so that's that. And then here's the bed that's not made. But there it is. This is what we got to do, guys. It's Friday. I mean, the market sucks anyway, right? Like, might as well save ourselves from talking about the market. And then here's a closet. There's a lot of clothes from years. A lot of clothes from years. So, yeah, a lot of clothes from there. I usually wear most of these clothes that you guys see there, too. So I do my laundry, like, every couple weeks because I have a lot of clothes. And, yeah, that's the room. There it is. It's this is where everything happens. That's where all the magic happens. Literally, I was just about to say that's where all the magic happens. Magic being YouTube videos, right? ARK is at $54. It's quite insane. We're rallying a bit. Are we actually rallying? I mean, what, Palantir's at $12.69? That counts as a rally? I don't know. It's not a rally, guys. This is by the end of the day, I'm pretty sure things get... Costco's at $5.88. It was at $6.12 yesterday. It's very likely that things just go to crap because it's also a Friday. So the sell-off on Friday also gets pretty bad, right? So... I don't think we're gonna see too much. What's the whiteboard? The whiteboard is actually my master plan. There's a lot of names on that whiteboard, and I've crossed out those names. It's like I have a hit list or something. What's on the whiteboard is all the commitments I've gotten for people to invest in my startup, and all the people I've actually collected the money from. That's why I wipe off their names. So there's like $220,000 on that whiteboard. And so far, I have 135,000 out of that 210 collected. So I'm waiting to just chop off those names. Spotify is at 113. By the way, guys, did anyone notice that Cathie Wood sold 230,000 shares of Spotify yesterday? I'm just saying, like, 230,000 shares of Spotify. Now, why did she sell 230,000 shares of Spotify? Palantir has no competition since Amit eliminates the competition, then crosses them out on his whiteboard. I love it. Theo says better a whiteboard than a little black book. That's also true. But why did Cathie Wood sell 230,000 shares of Spotify? I mean, it's an interesting question because, if that's her seventh position in the company. Now, she bought 300,000 shares of whatever she bought, Roku. I think she's so in on... It's kind of sad how in on she is on Roku. It is kind of sad to me. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but 325,000 shares of Roku after Netflix collapses. And now maybe her counter thesis is, Roku's like the saving grace. It's going to provide the advertising technology for Netflix. Netflix is not even going to do ads for the next 2 years. It takes a while, and then how do you know they're going to use Netflix, Roku, and not Cathie must have been listening to your pre-debate info. How do you know she's not going to use Trade Decks over Roku? Do you think SoFi has a future? Absolutely, SoFi has a future. SoFi's gonna be fine. But like that's the thing is like she went balls deep into it. Excuse my language. So like she went deep into it, but she sold off Spotify. So I'm just like, wait, this is the part I don't get about the growth funds, right? I get it's an ETF, I understand that, but she's at a loss at Spotify, a major loss. So I think her average is like $50 or $60 before, below where it is right now. Or she was buying in the 200-300s, and it's at 112. So and I don't know if she's been loading up on. Yeah, she hasn't been loading up on Spotify. Yeah, she hasn't buying the Spotify dip. We would have seen it by now. So like in the daily report. So 230,000 shares of your 7th largest holding to buy more of your 3rd or 4th largest holding is weird to me because it shows so much lack of confidence in the 7th largest holding. It's the 7th largest holding. Like, why would you be doing that? And I don't think it was the Obama thing or anything like that. I think it was just maybe she was uncomfortable with streaming services. 435 for the S&P 500. 435. She does have big balls to take a $340 million loss in Palantir. Yeah. And the thing about Bill Ackman, I don't know if you guys saw, he came out with a letter detailing why he took a $400 million loss on Netflix, like a real life letter to shareholders. It was pretty long. And Cathie did not do that for Palantir. But like Bill Ackman was like, yo, I was wrong. I messed up. Here's my logic. And Cathie did not do it for Palantir. Glitch Life, Cathie Wood uses those positions as cash-like instruments. She's not allowed to hold cash, so every rebound she has to sell. I don't agree with this because your 7th largest holding cannot be a cash-like position. It makes zero sense. If you wanted a cash-like position, you should buy Apple. How is buying a growth company like Spotify, your 7th largest position, a cash position? That doesn't make any sense. Your 7th largest position should be growing. You should be adding to it. You should be selling other shit. Like, why are you selling your 7th largest position? It doesn't make any sense. It's weird to me. Like, I just don't understand. Maybe I don't understand the logic of how ETFs and innovation funds go. That could be correct, but like if I'm a Shopify shareholder and part of my thesis is on Cathie, I would be like, why are you selling this stock? Like, you sell other stuff. Don't sell this shit that I want. But Tesla is actually, she does the same with Tesla only because Tesla, they have so much of it. Tesla's at like 10%, right? They kind of have to. But Spotify, I mean, I don't know why they would need to do that. In fact, they should be loading up. My point is, Glitch Life, my point is, why isn't she loading up on Spotify? That is my point. Obviously, her what do you call it? Her conviction is more into Zoom and Roku over Spotify, but what does that say about Spotify? Do you have any videos on SoFi? I don't. I probably should make some. Corsair. What does Corsair do? It's a gaming stock or something, right? Or is it like a courses? I've heard of this stock. Oh, it's a gaming stock. Okay. Corsair is down 10%. Ooh. Yeah, Jeremy's stocks are down pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. Jeremy's shit is down pretty bad. Yep, here comes the dump. That's what I'm saying. Where's Palantir? 12.50? Yeah, it was just at 12.69. So it's down 19 cents. NVIDIA under 200. Oh my. Oh my. NVIDIA under 200. Roblox is at 30. Snowflake. Look at Snowflake. Good. I mean, Palantir, we know Palantir at 12.50. Like, we're used to that. But Snowflake under 190? Sheesh. Check AMD. Let's go to AMD. And yes, I will make a Webull watch list with the Palantir SPACs. I'll do that. I have it on my Robinhood, actually. I should do it on Webull. 80s. I said AMD is a buy at 80. I said that. Now, I don't have enough. I don't have that much capital put into the market, but AMD at 80 is nice, and I think we can get there. I've been saying this for a couple of months now. I haven't just been saying this now. I've been saying AMD at 80, I like. But last time I got to 92, like 2 months ago, and then it just shot back up. Shopify. The Shopify news is very interesting. Shopify. So Shopify is acquiring these people called Deliver, and Deliver is a company that basically does Amazon like Prime services to independent retail. So like, let's say I start a company called mouses.com where I sell wireless mouses. I can use Deliver and their fulfillment so that people can like one click and I get 2-day shipping. So Spotify acquired that company so that all their merchants potentially have access to this like, what is it? Like 2-day Prime service clicking thing. It's obviously competing with Amazon. But Amazon started this new service called Buy with Prime, where they're going to let individual merchants just implement the Prime logo on their website, and then Amazon's going to handle all the fulfillment, but people can get a like Amazon-like experience buying from independent retailers without having to buy from Amazon. So I think that's what also pushed the stock down yesterday, because Amazon's like directly coming for Shopify's throat. Now, Does that actually compete with Shopify? Not really, because let's say I'm building my entire store and my backend is all Shopify, but then my checkout button is this like buy with Prime thing. Both can happen at the same time. And actually, like it kind of helps Shopify. Unless Amazon builds out the backend infrastructure on how to build a store, like all the software and all that stuff, then there's a direct competition. But if I have a store on Shopify because I love Shopify and it works, and I just implement this buy with Prime Amazon button, Shopify still gets my $30 a month, but Amazon does all the fulfillment. Now, obviously, Shopify, do they want to own the fulfillment? Sure, but it's still something that can work together. Amit, have you monetized Palantir Daily? Seems like a good hustle. I have not monetized Palantir Daily. My goal is not to monetize it. My goal is just to get that website to one day 100,000 people a month coming to it. And then there's obviously monetization opportunities, but I care about like building a really good, like I'm building that website when Palantir is being thrown in the gutter. Imagine when Palantir gets to 250, 150, when Palantir starts rising. I think the traffic is going to be exponential at that point. Because I truly do think it is the next Tesla of data. So I'm creating that website so that there's a community of people that know that's a trusted source for Palantir news, so that years from now they can go to that website over like Seeking Alpha. So the goal isn't to really monetize it. The goal is just to make it as strong of a community as I can, really. TTCF $9.56. Amazon below 3,000. I wonder if Palantir will hit its targets. The price is playing us right now. Yeah, again, like I'm not too worried about Palantir at all. Like, I think our next earnings, it might tank even more. And like at that point, I think that's when we're going to see some big whales come in. But we're ultimately, for all the new people that are here today, we're doing this on my phone because my computer is being really stupid in the morning. That's why we're here. I'm going to be gone in 15 minutes because I have a meeting at 10. But the show must go on. Salesforce below 200. Salesforce below 200. Let's go to max. There's Salesforce right now. Last time Salesforce was below 200 was April 30th. That's when it was 170. And then it ran up to 311 on November. Wow, it was 311 in November. Now it's back to 170. How about Doge? Anyone in Doge? 13 cents for your Doge. Chris says, bro, market is dead for the next year. Yo, I was listening to some CNBC people say yesterday that if inflation goes down and the rate hikes are baked in, that by the second half of this year, the market could recover. But to be honest, the other guy was like, nah, we need a recession. I was just like, he's like, nah, fam, we need a recession. I was like, all right, I guess that's what it is. Squares at 107. It is a good time to buy stocks, man. I mean, the problem is all of us spent our money like last year because we thought, the run-up was going crazy. We didn't want to miss out on it. But now is probably the right time. Oh, Netflix. I have a good comment on Netflix. Okay, so I was doing a podcast yesterday with Freelance Finance. I don't know if you guys know those guys, Carlos and Vitaly. Those legit. We just got a new Patreon. Real Marauder pledged $5. Thank you so much for doing the Patreon. Patreon's in the description. Really appreciate it, man. So I was doing a podcast with Freelance Finance, and Vitaly, he brought up an amazing point. The podcast will be out, I think, next week. You explained my investing problem. I spent all my money last year. I agree. So the problem is that Netflix was an aggregator for content back in 2015, 2016, right? Like tons and tons of content was in Netflix, which is why everyone went to Netflix. The Office, The Friends, all that stuff, right? People just went to Netflix for that content. Not Kramer. I saw a Jim Cramer comment. Vitaly had a good point. Peacock is losing $8 per subscriber on their streaming service. And Peacock has Friends, The Office, all that good stuff, right? So his argument, which I thought made the most sense for a bull case on Netflix, 10 years from now, let's say the streaming wars are over and there's like 3 decisive winners. We're probably going to put Prime there, probably going to put Disney Plus there, and then what's the third one? It would be silly for us to not say Netflix, right? It would be probably silly for us to not say Netflix. So it's like, okay, Netflix is up there. If the streaming wars coincide with 3 winners, then all the other mini people that exist, they're all going to collapse. They're all going to die out. It's like Peacock's going to die out, Paramount's going to die out, all that stuff. You guys hear me, right? Yeah, you guys should be able to hear me. So at that point, if all those people die out, what if Netflix just becomes an aggregator of content again? What if CBS Viacom is like, screw it, Peacock was stupid, we're just going to give Netflix another, we're going to license The Office to Netflix for $100 million. We're going to give the Netflix Friends for $100 million. Like, and then Netflix, if Netflix got The Office and Friends again, they get 10 million subs tomorrow. Because those are the iconic catalog shows that you need. And they've been forced to do this whole storytelling. We're a content media company now versus just an aggregator of content because people took their content. So Owen says, why would there ever be an end to the streaming wars? There would be an end when companies like can't afford to lose that much money anymore. Like Peacock can't afford to lose $8 per subscriber. That's insane, right? So like if they're just like, well, we're a media company, we're not a streaming service, we'd rather just make like hundreds of millions of dollars giving Netflix the content. What if that just happens again? It's like, it's not like saying there's only gonna be 3 automakers in the world. The reason for this is because consumer choice is limited at the end of the day. People are not paying $150 a month for streaming. At most, people are gonna have 3 services, 4 services, maybe 5, but 3 is gonna be the cutoff for the average person. So at that point, though, like if you're not buying Peacock because you're buying Netflix, HBO, and Hulu, like you're not buying Peacock, which means Peacock is not getting your money. Like it's very binary. It's just math, right? And they're losing money per subscriber because they have to pay for the content, and they can't get enough ARPU, which is average revenue per user, in order to justify the cost. Which means eventually they still want to make money off The Office, right? It's an iconic show. Who gets The Office? If Peacock exclusives aren't enough to justify getting people onto the platform. That's where I think there's a bull case for Netflix. And that's a really serious bull case to me. If Netflix gets all the content that was excluded from them because everyone wanted to compete with them, and then they realize, hey, we can't compete, like, think about that. That's really interesting. That's real. I mean, and then Netflix just gets that content again. Now, hopefully HBO Max and, like, Prime don't outbid them for that content. That is another possibility. But if they get that content, I could see Netflix, doing well over the next 10 years if we're looking at it from a 10-year horizon. Meta platforms, Facebook is at 180. ARPU does sound funny. Meta back to 180. Their earnings are coming out, I think, in 2 weeks, and it's going to be scary. Because if they show declining growth again, yeah, the market's not going to be happy. Not in this market. It's gonna be bad. They've got to show some decent growth, man. If they don't show some decent growth, it's rough. And TikTok is only getting bigger. But Facebook's still big, so like I hope Facebook can retain their growth, or at least just show that it's not slowing down that badly. Spy at 4:30. What do you think about Snoop Dogg releasing Death Row record labels as an NFT label? I mean, if they have good a team, they can execute it well, but they've got to execute the NFT launch well. Again, the NFT launch is all about community. What do you mean by Zuck bucks are useless? Yeah, they need to execute NFTs well. At the end of the day, if you can't execute NFTs well, it's not going to work. Is there anything other stocks? AMC, rip to all the people that bought AMC at 24 when it was running back in February again. I want to say they're idiots, but I'm not going to say that. But I mean, if you actually bought that stock thinking like it's sad, bro. It's just sad. What do you think about the pre-IPO market? I pull up Palantir Technologies pre-IPO, and there are many other companies that are going to have tremendous upside. You're talking about private companies, right? I mean, it depends on the private company. Depends on the certain company. What do you think of SoFi? SoFi's lit. SoFi's great. I think SoFi's great, guys. I mean, I'm not buying it because I just don't have the money right now. But at $6, like I think when the next bull market comes, SoFi is a very easy double or triple. I mean, very easy double, probably a triple. Obviously, I can't guarantee that or anything, but just looking at their business, they were just at 23, and I don't think they were one of the overhyped stocks at all. I mean, I think they were doing pretty well. Yeah, but student loans is another thing that they have to work on. I think student loans are going to get pushed until 2023, which means that part of their business is going to get hit for a while. You bought AMC at 5, then sold at 10, then it went to 50. Databricks will be great. I guess we just got to see when it comes out. Coinbase is at 140. Coinbase is at its newest lows. Rough. What partnerships, new clients do you think it would be for Trigger Wall Street to take Palantir seriously? It's not about partnerships. It's just about growth. That's it. Palantir gets growth, they win. And also the market realizes what other companies growing 40% year over year. Now, Palantir has to grow 60%, in my opinion, to hit the real inflection point. But if you guys saw my video yesterday where I reacted to Palantir and the robotics video, like that video kind of shows you enough of what technology they're doing. Watch that video that I did on my channel. It's called like this new Palantir video is crazy. Snowflake is not doing that. That's all I have to say. Snowflake is not doing that. And when you realize that, oh shoot, they're really building something that only the people get if you're in it, then you realize you've probably found like a gem of a company. That doesn't mean there's not going to be headwinds going for the next couple of months and quarters, but it does mean when the next bull market comes, I think people are going to recognize. Like, Palantir is expected to do 1.9 billion revenue, bro. Like, they did 1.5. They're already operationally profitable. The only reason they're not profitable is because of the stupid stock-based compensation, which, again, there's a strategic purpose behind it. The SPAC investments, they've made some amazing investments. They're growing like crazy. The Russia-Ukraine stuff triggered a lot of government stuff. I mean, there's no more of it. My thesis on Palantir has only gotten stronger at this point. And it's fun because it's a tight-knit community. It's not like a Tesla community yet where it's blown up and everyone believes in it. Like, if the 116 people here probably believe in Palantir. But it's just 116 people in the world. And it's going to be fun when Palantir really blows up and we're going to know that we were here. I think there's potential Palantir will have a single quarter where their client base will have significant growth. Maybe not Q1, but Q3. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be interesting to see. New age pre-IPO, what is the best way to contact you? Email me at amit@dailypalantir.com. That's the best way to contact me. 115, LOL, kidding. BBLN, Babylon Health, is down $2.50. SPACs are getting absolutely hammered. Palantir's holding strong at $12.50 though, at least. Palantir's holding strong at $12.50. What is your Palantir price target? My Palantir price target by 2030, $250 if they have a 35% year-over-year growth and 36% or 36% year-over-year growth, 35% adjusted operating margin. They do that for the next 8 years, they're going to be a $250 stock, easy, probably more. But we will see. Obviously, we don't fully know, right? But we got to check it out. All right, guys, that is the morning open. I'm sorry it had to be on the phone today, but it is. If Palantir misses Q1 earnings, we will get destroyed. Yeah, I mean, but again, if we get, I think we could miss on EPS, but that's only because the SPAC losses are bad. So it's okay. That's not showing the overall hurt in the business. Now, the growth from a revenue commercial perspective, that's what we got to see. We got to see what they do. I think they're going to be fine given all the stuff they put out on social media, but, ultimately we'll find out. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for turning in. I will see you guys Monday morning for another morning open. I think this was a successful week of morning opens. Really, really enjoyed it. I will see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye. Been subscribed since under 1K subs. Been sweet seeing the grind. Appreciate you, Samuel. And someone said, why is BBLN down so much? It's a SPAC, right? And the market's just getting hit. So that's pretty much, that would be my reason. See you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.